Hello and welcome to this month's market report. We're doing something a little different. I'm outside my backyard right now. A couple reasons. I'm fostering a couple puppies. The Easton Park 7, I think is what they're called. So they are much happier when they're outside and not chewing on my furniture or barking at each other. And then the second reason is it's a nice day, so I wanted to be out here. But let's get into the real estate update for this month. So we're looking at closed resale to start. Very low. Okay, there's two big things to take from this slide. Number one, we had 3 resale homes close in all of August. But then context, we had 6 close in July. So we're definitely dwindling in the resale sphere. And you can look on the far right, days on market. It's between 3 months to 5.5 months to sell or to get something under contract. So definitely taking a little bit longer. And I did put list price here because it's a non-disclosure state. I'm not putting the close price. I do have access to the information. So if you're looking at these thinking, oh, that's exactly like my house, I'm curious how much they actually sold for, reach out to me directly. I'm happy to share that on a one-on-one basis. The other thing I wanted to point out on this slide is at the bottom right, withdrawn expired listings, we had 9. So that means if you saw a sign get pulled out of a yard, 9 of them this past month were because they just took them off the market, and only 3 of them were because they sold. So if you're seeing signs be taken up, it's more likely that the house was just withdrawn and they're waiting for the spring, which we're going to see more buyers in the spring. Every spring, that's just when more buyers show up. I will also say mortgage rates are trending down. That could change, but it is nice to say we're at the lowest interest rates in 11 months. Since October 3rd of 2024, we're at the lowest interest rate right now. So everyone's hoping that trend continues and it comes down so that going into 2026, more buyers will feel more comfortable entering the market. Next, we're looking at the rental report. So this is mainly for if you are considering renting out your property, say you don't need to sell, but you do need to move. You want to rent it out for a year and wait for the market to improve. This kind of gives you a sense of how much your home would rent for based on square footage. So far left here, you're seeing the square foot range I put, and then each row I'm showing the minimum maximum price, how many of those closed in the past 3 months, and then the median price on the far right. The top here, 18 rentals are available. Compare that to 16 in July. 9 went under contract and 9 closed compared to 13 in July. So a little bit less, but not too big of a difference in this market. Median days of market is just shy of a month for the rental. So they're definitely moving more than resale, which makes sense. If you are interested in listing your property for lease, you can contact me. I typically work on selling and buying real estate. I have a couple clients in Easton Park. Only Easton Park is where I help renters lease or list their property for lease. But if you're looking for a property manager, I always encourage people to check out Good Neighbor Property Management. I put their number and website on the bottom right there. Drew Coley lives in the neighborhood. Really smart guy, very, very helpful, very kind, shares information for free with me constantly, really helps me out because I am a landlord. So yeah, reach out to them if you're looking for a property manager, and you can also use them to list your property too if you do want to rent it out. Now we're looking at the available inventory for new construction only. So I've put these in rows by builder. I gave Brookfield 3 different rows because they have 3 different products. They're detached condos, they're courtyard homes with a shared driveway, and the single family homes. You can look through this, a bunch of numbers. I'm not going to talk through everything, mainly the minimum maximum price. So you can get a sense of available inventory for each builder. What's the price range for each of these products? You kind of get a sense of that, especially people who are thinking of moving to the neighborhood. This is a really handy slide you can share with them. Just to kind of get a sense of, okay, my price range is this, so these are the builders I should really be honing in on. A couple things I highlighted in green because those are kind of bigger shifts than I saw for the previous month. So Newmark and Perry is the lowest price I've seen for those in quite a while. So that's why I highlighted those in green. They have a couple pretty good deals there. The Newmark one, I've toured that house. It's pretty loud inside, so I think I know why. But if maybe, I don't know, maybe you're moving from New York and you're like, you call this loud? This is nothing. To me, it's loud, but I also live in a new construction neighborhood, so I really can't complain about noise. But that one is at a very, very good price. That's in Balboa Park. And then the lowest price Perry home, that's going to be in Pilot Park, one of their 40-foot lots there. The David Weekley is really interesting because they have 2 products also, and maybe I should give them each a row, but they have the paired villas. So they have it's one shared wall townhomes basically, and then you have your detached townhome. Okay. The highest price there, that $650,000, that's for their model detached. So they are selling their model. They're also selling their shared villa detached, and that one's listed at $500,000. And I did a video on that last month, which I encourage you to check out. If you're not sure where to find it, just reach out. I'm happy to share that tour with you. It's really cool. It's rare you get to purchase a model home and seeing all the different upgrades they've done to the house that you wouldn't be able to get through them. So if you are, or you know someone who's thinking of buying, the David Weekley model homes are interesting. I don't know if I'd pay $650,000 for the detached. Maybe it's a 3-story, so it's very unique. A corner lot, obviously, obviously a bunch of upgrades. It's pretty high though. I think for $650,000, you could probably get something a little bit nicer in Easton Park. But yeah, there you have it. Those are the new construction inventories. And finally, we're going to check out resale versus new construction, what's available right now in the market. So looking at the bottom right, just looking at resale, we have 29 single families available. That's the same as last month, 29 available. 2 detached condos, we actually had 7 available last month. So a lot of the detached condos have been withdrawn or sold. Price range hasn't really changed much, $300,000 up to $850,000. Average price per square foot has come down a little bit, down to $228. Part of that's due to there's less detached condos, which are typically smaller properties, so that's going to lower the price per square foot. And then median days on market really hasn't changed much, 61 days. Last month it was 62. Now looking on the left, we have 2 bars. We're looking at resale as the white column versus that gray-blue column is new construction. These new construction I've got from the multiple listing service through Austin Board of Realtors. So it's not going to be exactly the same as the previous slide with the inventory I got from the builders' websites. But this gives you a sense of price per square foot. Which one am I getting more of a quote unquote better deal on, right? So typically what you would expect to see is resale should have a lower price per square foot than new construction. And that's what we're seeing here. We're not really seeing anything out of the ordinary with this. I think looking at this, most of the homes are in the 2,100 to 2,600 square foot range that are available. That's the lowest price per square foot, for that middle range that you're going to see for the resale. So if you are looking for a 2,100, 2,600 square foot home, I'd encourage you to contact me, reach out, and I can give you those 10 resale homes that are available. I'm sure there's a couple in there that are really good deals, which are lowering the average price per square foot for the group, because new construction has better incentives. And that being said, I do want to make the point that even though you'll pass a new construction and you'll see these signs that say 3.99% interest rate, closing costs paid, they have all these incentives. You can ask for the same incentive on a resale home. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. So take that in mind if you are thinking of buying in the near future. You have a friend who wants to move to the neighborhood. There's a lot of really good resale homes out there, and if you find one that's perfect for you, we can just see, okay, what's the builder offering, and then ask, owner, are you willing to match that or get close to that for those incentives? So definitely don't think you should go new build because you can get a lower rate. You may be able to get the same rate going resale too. You just need to ask. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video today. If you are thinking of selling property either in the near future or in 2026, you can always give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or schedule a Zoom call. All of that can be found in the description below. And then subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I upload videos every Tuesday. I'm pretty consistent with this. I've done it since August of 2024, and I think I've missed 1, maybe 2 weeks total. So pretty consistent with every Tuesday upload. And then finally, most important thing is if you want to adopt some puppies, hit me up. I got 2 puppies, very cute, and they are about 5 months old, and they just got their first few vaccines. They're getting boosters in a week, and then they should be getting neutered in a month or 2. But yeah, reach out if you want to have a meet and greet with puppies.